Okay, I'm excited. I'm excited because I'm gonna share with you something very interesting, very interesting regarding to the new things that are coming up in this 2023, and you know that I've been traveling a lot. So and I wanted to share with you what's happening in 2023 with the world and the way how we're doing business. So like one of my main obsessions and passions also it's human behavior. It's just really understanding how people are making decisions, how why we are making decisions, not only in business, not only in sales, but actually in general, like in our lives, and a human behavior, like why we do things. It's super important to understand why we do things. Sometimes we just do things, and when we analyze, when we reverse engineer why we make a decision, why we behave that way, why we got triggered that way. We get to understand and bring awareness to what is right or wrong, or what we can improve. And this is all about, like, when we are aware of our habits, our triggers, the way how we behave in the world, we can literally change and transform. The way how we can understand our limiting beliefs about ourselves comes to the point where we are aware. First step is awareness, and the second part, further later, it comes the part of changing, shifting, transforming, and reframing. This is the word, reframing. Okay, so first of all, I wanted to welcome you. If you're watching this live, this is more than mindset, more than empowering. This is going to be a little bit more a strategy type of training, and I wanted to, welcome you to this training, the ultimate guide on human behavior in sales and marketing for 2023. Now, if you're watching this live, please just hashtag live, like where are you watching on from. And again, I really love and I'm really passionate to learn from you where you are watching from, because what I'm going to explain in this training also, it's about the importance to recognize the culture, the places where we are, because that has a very important factor how we make decisions and why we make decisions. So I would love to see where you are at in the world, where are you from, and also what your market. So if you have a business, right, where your market is located. If you are marketing somewhere in your country, so what is it? If you are marketing somewhere else, where is it? Why? Because again, what we're going to talk today, it's all about marketing, sales, and the way how we as humans behave. But we gotta understand something. In the Western cultures, we have a different belief system. We have a different interaction. While in the Eastern cultures, due to the belief system, also it's different way how people buy. Right? It's different the way how we behave. It's different the way how we humans are. So, just very important to mention. And again, if I would love to check in the comments, because with that you are gonna get more value from this training too, and I'm gonna make it even more personalized. And even if you're watching this replay, you can also comment down below, and I'll be reading your comments. Okay, now what's gonna happen here? So as you may know, if you have been in this group for a while, you have seen like a lot of changes. At the very beginning, this group was like marketing systems, because marketing is my strength and sales is my really superpower. But it has been changing a lot. It has been changing a lot, the way how I do business, the way how I learned how to do business online, and the way how I'm doing right now. So it has been an evolution, and this is the purpose of having a business. It's been an evolution. It's learning how to, what to do and how to change the trends here. So if you have been really, if you have been following me here for a while, you may know that the way how probably we used to talk in the past, or the way how the brand has been evolving, is different. It's different now. It's different the type of post. It's different the type of approach that we have right now. And also, it's very important to understand that right now we are in a time in 2023 where We went through a pandemic situation. We are facing, around the world, there's like this inflation, this recession. Super important to understand these facts and be aware when we are building a business, when we are creating a new economy. So the thing is here that we gotta be aware of the cultural factors, of the human behavior factors, on the society factors, and overall, then the most important thing is you. Because you cannot have control over the government decisions. You do not have control. You don't have control over the Facebook algorithm. You do not have control. You don't have control. It changes so fast. We think that we can hack the algorithm, but the algorithm is changing every single day. So if you put your time and energies in trying to hack the algorithm and trying to create the perfect post, and if you try to create like the perfect wording so then somebody can buy from you, what's gonna happen is that most likely you're gonna end up like putting so much energy. It's like when you go to the gym. So if you have gone to the gym or if you have done something for the first time, sometimes it's like, I'm gonna run, and we push so hard and we put so much energy and we do something so much, or we say like, oh, I'm gonna work in my business no matter what, and we work so hard, right? We work long hours. The next day we say like, oh my gosh, I'm sore because I ran a lot of in the gym, or I am so tired, like my energies are down because I put too much energy in this and building the business this time, and then we drop. So we don't want that. Why? Because this creates a super inconsistency pattern within us as human beings, that we are not, our levels of energy are not like increasing or are not maintaining it. They are decreasing, and that of course has a very big impact in our results, right? So the point is here understanding how to manage your energy and where to focus your energy, so then you can truly get the best and get the best results. Okay, so the most important thing is taking radical responsibility. You are the owner, and this is something that I'm all the time you're gonna hear me, you're gonna read my posts, everything. You are the owner of your destiny. There's nothing else we can say. Why? Because we all create our own literally present and circumstances. Everything. The amount of money that we have in the bank, the amount of debt, the opportunities or not opportunities, the everything, people who surround us, everything. It has been a divine, good or bad, creation of ourselves. We have done that. Like, that is the magic that we have. We have the magic and the power to literally change and transform our lives. And the way how we do that is molding ourselves. We have the power of neuroplasticity. We have, our brains are so powerful that we can literally change and change the circuits in our brain, and because of that we can have different behaviors, we can install different beliefs, and this is very powerful because then we have different outcomes. And why this is important to mention in this training, it's because, again, sales and marketing, at the end of the day, and this is what I love to talk, and this is my expertise, and I love to share this with you. Sales and marketing comes from influence. It's influence all the time. It's influencing somebody to adopt your ideas. It's influencing. And there's a difference between influence and manipulation. Very, very important difference. It can look like very similar. Manipulation, I want you to believe in that. Influence, I want you to believe in that. Now, what is the difference? Manipulation, when we talk about, like, we have seen a lot everywhere, or not everywhere actually, in different parts, manipulation sales, right? Like they try to sell you things. Like, manipulation, it's when basically they install any type of fear within you, but also the way how you buy things, it's because of a fear of missing out. That is a little bit manipulative tactic. Now, manipulation comes also from the point of lies, lies. 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 why we are creating, we're putting like lies. I'm manipulating someone when I put like, I'm not telling the truth totally, I'm just saying a little bit, and then I'm hiding a little bit part, and then it's just like on my own benefit. Manipulation basically goes to our own benefit. Now, what is the difference with influence? And this is a very important thing to say, because influence instead, influence is, you have a purpose, you have an outcome, and you want somebody else's to understand your purpose, you to adopt your idea. So you are influencing somebody action. But when the intention comes from, I know that I have something very powerful that can benefit you, so then if I have something very powerful that can benefit you, let me share this with you. I know that you're going to help you, that this is going to be very helpful to you. So it's a win-win. Manipulation mostly is like a win, and one win, one another lose. Influence is when you basically help someone to make a decision from a position of power. Very important distinction. So I would like to know, like, what are your what is something that you are realizing. Let's interact here. I would love to read if it's something that you have come up. If you can comment, what any circumstance, any situation that you have had. Very important to to have this interaction here. Now, another thing, why I wanted to do this training too, it's because, if I travel the world. And I traveled the world not because of marketing, not because I want to say people that I traveled the world. I travel the world because it's my life. And it's because who I am. I am a world traveler. I am. Like, I'm mentioning this because it's all about identity. So I travel the world a lot. And this has born before me getting into business, into the online coaching business. Why? Because I really believe, and I have been so obsessed in learning psychology and human behavior and how people behave and how the cultures are so different. So that along these years, I'm all about like 8 years, 5 years traveling full time, 3 years traveling like maybe 3 countries a year, but now 5 years I'm traveling a lot. Now the thing is that these trips haven't been only about vacations and holidays. Amazing. No, there's always a purpose there, and the purpose is learning about the culture, learning about the way how they behave, learning about getting immersed into the culture, and learning about the situation of the country, learning how some developed countries are handling the circumstances, and learning why others don't. And I remember when I was doing a master's degree. If you know me, if you may know that also I made a master's degree. I'm a biotechnology engineer, and I made a master's degree in science in Barcelona. So I was living in Europe, and Europe is so different than America, than North America and Central America and Latin America. So I was like just understanding, because the way how the economy works there is so different than the way how the economy works in Canada, US, or Latin America. It's so different, and I was like, why the economy is that way? And then we gotta see different models, how people see the money, how people see savings, how people see business, how people see society. So I can say right now, like, I went last week, I was in India, and I have been living in Dubai for the last 3 months. And again, the way how people see money, the way how people see investments, the way how people see economy, the way how people see opportunities, it's so different. And it has to be a lot with the culture and the way how our minds and our belief systems are programmed. Now, very important to mention this, and this is the reason why I truly believe that I'm really good. I'm talking and teaching about sales, especially if you are somebody who you are in different part of the world. You want to have a global brand and customers, and overall you want to serve people from different parts of the world, or even in your country. Most likely, I don't know, I still, I have been in 36 countries, but most likely I have been in your country, or I have met somebody from your country, or I have been in the area, in the region, and I understand the market there. And that's why I'm saying, like, if you want to share here in the comments, you're so much welcome. If you want to share later, if you want to share with me in the chat, like, again, you're very welcome. But the point is that it's very important to analyze this when we design a marketing strategy and sales. When I just started building businesses, I used to follow a script, and I used to teach to follow a script, which that was very effective in 2021, 2020. Everything regarding to scripts, everything regarding to you to learn sales, but the things have changed so much. People can realize now when somebody's following a script. We truly can realize that, and then it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy see things how have been working right now. So I really believe that this deeper understanding about human behavior and cultures, gave me a lot of knowledge and expertise for me to be here delivering this training. Okay, so, and also a part of this coaching business, I have built other businesses offline, which is in the tourism industry as a travel agency, and also now I'm developing this real estate. And I'm getting into different sources. Now, this is about wealth creation. And now we gotta understand that we are in a time that we have so much capacity to expand ourselves and to expand the opportunities out there. Doesn't matter, and this is the thing that I also want you to take away so much from this training. It doesn't matter where in the world you are. It doesn't matter what was your upbringing. It doesn't matter what happened to you in the past. It doesn't matter in the way how you're gonna create your future. What it matters is how you're gonna take the experiences in the past and use them as a wisdom, as a story, as your strength to move forward and create a different reality, and create a different economy, and create different opportunities. This is what it matters. If you read my post about the deportation, literally, I wanted to die when that happened. And that was the driving force. I built a 6-figure business because of all the things that taught me that. We can understand it, that it doesn't matter your upbringing when you are ready to unleash this thing. But that requires a lot of things. Now, okay? One of the main things, let's get into the point. One of the main things is about what has changed so much right now is that people are more interested. This is important. This is very important. If you have been in online businesses, if you have already, interacted with people and building your marketing, and if you have learned to talk to people and to interact and everything, people are more interested in building relationships and building trust than buying fast. Isn't it true or not? I remember when I bought my first coaching offer, when I bought my first coaching program, like a high ticket, because the first one was $1,000, which I don't consider is high ticket. It was like a kind of course, but the main one, it was a $6,000, which was in 2020. Okay, that one, it was like no kidding, it was like 3 days decision since I met the mentor till I bought. It was fast. It was build trust fast. This can happen so far, yes, yet now I just got, one of my clients, she signed up to work private with me, and it was fast. It was not even like joining into a funnel or into a masterclass. It was fast. Now, we can understand that not everybody is the same. There are different type of people that we need more time, because there's so many things bombarding us online that people are now making informed and educated decisions, purchasing decisions, not only in the online businesses but also externally in the way how we buy things. We don't want to let ourselves be taken by emotion. Probably we have had any experience that it's like, oh, I bought so fast and I don't want to do it again because it wasn't a good decision. Okay, that is valid enough. Now, super important is that understanding that people are less interested in buying fast and more interested in buying the right thing. more interested in buying the right thing. Basically, an educated choice. And what does it mean? What does it mean this to you? It means that people, your customers, people who you're serving online, the way how you're showing up, they want to know, like your audience want to know why you are the right coach for them, why you are the right mentor for them, why your product, your service, your offer is the right for them, why it's different. Why is different? Like there's a tons of people who are teaching me to say why it's different. Why is different? You know, so why your program? Why you are the right person to me? It's not about like, oh my gosh, you have the perfect, you have the perfect like business program. You are the only one who's offering. Let's buy it. No, people used to buy that a lot in the past, but now, right now, after all the bombarding things that have happened in the online industry, people are making more informed decisions. Why you and not the other one? One thing it's about, and this is gonna be my next point, actually, the consideration. This situation of people buying more informed and educated and making educated choices, it's forcing us to get better in communication and the articulation of the value of our product. Articulate more powerfully, clearly, why you are the person, why your product is really good, why now. So that's a consideration. And now what to do about that? Build trust from your brand message. Do you have a brand? This is a tricky thing, and this has changed forever, like the way how I see business and I do business. When I started just like thinking that my brand is the name of my program. That is not a brand. That is a program, and that is an offer. What is a brand? What is a brand? A brand is basically how people think and feel about you and your business. But a brand is like, if we talk about the business, that you can create so many things. Let's think about Apple. Apple, like the brand is like the umbrella. So Apple has iPhones, has computers, has different items, AirPods, different things, tablets. So they are not just marketing or selling iPhone. They are not like iPhone. It's what I used to think it's the product. It's my program. Now we can understand that the brand is what people think and feel about you and your business. Apple, it's about innovation. It's about simplicity. It's about good products. So we can understand that what is the brand? What is your brand message? Super important. A brand, it doesn't have to be, and it's not really important about the colors, about like, oh, how beautiful it's gonna be, like the photo shooting. It's not about the right, like canvas. Like I am shocked how many amazing people with a lot of talents are wasting and spending so much time and money even in the perfect branding, the perfect colors, like hiring people to build a logo and stuff like that when they are just starting. Like I literally, I'm not kidding, I built my 6 figures, I hit 6 figures, no kidding, without a website, without a logo created by a professional, without email marketing, without thousands of followers. We just need we just need to master our thing. We need to master how we show up, how we communicate. We gotta master sales, we gotta master content. This is what we gotta master. Like the rest is just okay. It comes, it helps to upgrade, to be further, better and better later when you already master something. I'm shocked with there's a lot of people right now still, like I saw somebody on Facebook saying like, oh, I have the ultimate what was it, like algorithm hack, who wants it? And of course there's a lot of people who want it, and that I am shocked How many people are still looking for the right, like the fast track solution? While it can help you, but it's not going to help you in long term. If you're wasting your time and energies and money in things that are not under your control, that is going to leave you in exhaustion and overwhelm later on. So the key thing here is you to learn how to master your communication skills, your influence skills, your sales skills, how to create sales process, how to create content strategy. This is what's important. How to improve your own skills as a human being, as you as a business owner, in your brain. How to invest in your brain. When there's people who tell me like, what do you invest? Like, I invested in my brain. Like, my brain is my biggest investment, literally, because I know that everything comes from here. Like, the sales come from here, the creativity comes from here. So I invest in my brain. I invest in tools. I invest in mentorship. I invest in everything that can teach me how to do things. And of course, you gotta have discernment what works for you and how to ask your mentor to, personalize a strategy that works for your personality. This is a key thing. And this is what I work in the Disruptive Business Accelerator, with my clients and also with my private mentorship. When we do that, we create this marketing strategy in terms of the personality, in terms of like the way how you want to live your lifestyle. We build something around that. We create a content strategy around that. Like this thing about like following my blueprint. Yes, there's a blueprint, but it has to be personalized. That's the reason why in the Disruptive or in the Unstoppable Mastermind, we create something very, very personalized. This is the reason why business coaching is it's an investment for your mind, so you can understand how to do business from you learning about you, instead just following a step-by-step strategy. It has changed a lot. I have changed a lot the methodology that I teach, right? So what to do in order for you to create more trust and help in your content, help people to make educated choices and decisions. Basically, building a very powerful brand message and sharing it through your content. A very powerful content strategy that touches your leadership, activation, and embodiment sides of you, of what you preach. And also building a brand that resonates with the heart of people. This is key to how we resonate with the heart of people. It's not about like what we say, it's about what we feel. So what is your brand making people feel? It's super important. It's super important because the moment that you understand this is the moment where you literally start seeing a shift in even the way how you enjoy more sales, right? Now, second point, it's about marketing and content. In the past, it was all about, and I remember this is for business coaches and even for different type of coaches. I lost 20 kilograms. Let's say a fitness coach. I lost 20 kilograms in 2 weeks. I'm saying just like an example. Who wants to know how I did it? Okay, that was a very attractive. Another business coach. I made 10K from, and I did that sometime. I made 10K from one post. I made 20K actually from one post. That was in 2020. It was $20,000 from one post with the strategy. Now, how? And then I was like, who wants the step-by-step process? A lot of people raise their hands, right? Right now, in 2023, things have changed because there's a lot of people who follow that strategy. There's a lot of people. So we are not feeling so attractive right now just for the numbers. It's like, oh, that's cool. Okay, but what else? What else? What else? So when I feel like I have 3 mentors right now, and they are doing 7 figures. No kidding, 7 figures, 1 million or over $1 million in revenue per year. And some of like one of my mentors is doing per month. And she is like, in the past was like, I just made $100,000 in 1 month. Here is how I did it. Now the thing is that right now we don't feel attracted to that. Like when I see people doing that, it's like, okay, what else? The thing is that right now in your content and your marketing, instead talking about you can use your story as part of the content and marketing, but people do not care. Like people do not really care about us. People they care about how they can transform with our story, how they can get value from it. So it's not about you, but it's about what is the benefit to them, what is the benefit to your audience, right? So share the transformation and the journey that they can experience through working with you, right? So the consideration here is not about the money, it's not about the result that you got, it's about what benefits them, right? And what to do, basically share the benefit of the product and how the product will benefit them, how the product is gonna benefit them. Okay, so another thing is very important to mention. It's about how to, the third point about this is understanding the culture and the way how people are. This is key. Understanding the culture and the way how people are in different parts of the world, and make personalized sales. This is the reason why at the very beginning of this video I am mentioning, if you want to share where are you from and where your market is located, where you are, aiming to target your market, it's really important to understand where they are at. And I can give you, an overview what I've seen. I have been talking to very powerful people. I care a lot about networking and a lot about talking to high level people, and I have been in meetings with CEOs of companies, or very powerful entrepreneurs, like really people who are making a lot of impact in the world and also a lot of money too. And we can understand this thing. And I have been with the leaders in different cultures in countries too. And one important thing is it's understand how people buy in different parts of the world, and how you can utilize the message articulation in different parts of the world too. So the cultures are different. People have different spending habits. People see money differently, and you gotta understand them and know what they want. When you're not, it's just like a very brave example, and I'm gonna give you an example what happened last week. So what to do: master the positioning of yourself and your offer in front of your ideal client. Master the positioning. Let me give you an example what happened last week. Actually, I was talking to one of my dear friends. Is one of the best lawyers in India. Is like somebody super important who actually has contact with a lot of people from ministers, the government and stuff like that, and it works a lot in Asia itself. Super important to know. Asia is a growing economy, and we gotta understand a lot of things here. What really matters. So this person, it's a very important lawyer here in India, and he was mentioning that in a meeting, how he approaches to people to do networking. For example, somebody who's like the CEO of a company, super important company, how do they do that? Is actually understanding, okay, how I'm gonna be relevant to this person. How I am gonna be relevant. If I talk about, I'm a liar and stuff like that, people do not care about that. Like, you have very short attention span to talk about what is important to them. So very important to understand. How I'm gonna be relevant to this person, and it's gonna be about the way how they are going to show up. It's about how you're positioning yourself in front of the right person. So this lawyer, basically in India, what was saying is that I had to approach to a person who cares about health, for example, because he's a CEO of a company regarding to health. So I want to approach saying that I have had clients in this field and I have read. So one thing, first thing to do, study people, study your market, study what they want, study how you're gonna be relevant to them. So he was like, oh, before me going to a networking event, I study, I read about people who are gonna be there, so I know what topics to bring in. So then he approaches somebody who's a CEO, and he doesn't talk about just, whatever thing. He's like, I have had clients in this field, and this, and they have helped this win, and super interesting to connect with you. Again, learning how to position yourself and your offer in front of your ideal client. Okay. Then the next thing is about magnetism. Magnetism. 4-point here. Magnetism. Knowing who you are. Super important. When we talk about magnetism, how we become magnetic to people is like, my clients have told me this. I feel so attracted by your energy. I love how you show up. I love how you talk. I love how you teach. Different things that I have felt attracted mostly about my story. But the thing is that magnetism comes not about knowing who you are. Knowing who you are is good, but the love of all the parts of who you are is what truly makes magnetic. It's super important. An exercise we did. We say like, some people were saying like, I like your energy. I'm not the only one in the online space that has this amazing energy. I like the way how you're honest and sincere. I'm not the only one who is honest and sincere online. I love how vulnerable you are. That's awesome, but I'm not the only one. What is important here right now is understanding that I know that I'm not the only one, but I love every part of me. I love the part of me that is passionate and is like wants to talk around the world, but like something that I just learned. Yes, I love that. And that part of like when you love something so much, every part of you, it's what makes you magnetic. Another thing, another point is about the highlighting the sales process. Before me passing to the highlighting of sales process, one of the main things, and I wanted to highlight this too, one of the main things that are stopping this magnetism, because it's like, I love some parts of me, but I don't like, and I reject, and I feel shame and humiliation and fear, or it creates a separation that repels people. When we talk about magnetism in the online industry, in the past we used to talk about like, oh, you just be high vibe, and then people are gonna feel attracted to high vibe energy. Yes, it's still good. However, right now people are like, we can understand that the more magnetic we are when we learn to love every single part that make us ourselves. Like, again, if we are loving different parts of ourselves, but we are like ashamed, or we feel humiliation or scarcity in other parts of ourselves, that is a separation energy that repels people. People can feel it. People feel it. So we gotta learn how to love ourselves and accept and let go the shame, let go of the guilt, let go of all the things in the separation, and accept and bring back and embody what really matters. Again, this is a very important topic to talk because, we're talking about the energetic field. Magnetism. So again, this is a very important also thing to mention. In the most of the time in the disruptive business accelerator, we work a lot. We work a lot in the magnetism, and with the first thing that we work is about aligning the energetic field, aligning who you are, aligning your personality, and from there putting it to the work. Okay, and again, the fifth point is about highlighting inner sales processes testimonials and client experiences. Super important to highlight not only the result that people are looking for. You know, some people, if you are just starting your business, probably you have some results, probably you don't have many results, probably you have been working with people, but you don't need to, you know, show like only the outcome itself. What you can show, it's about the transformation, it's about the experience that your clients are having, it's about how it looks like to be in your world. This is what also you can showcase people like again, sales, it's about building trust. Sales is about building trust. In the past, building trust was educational tips and trick type of content, you know, but it's changing because I can find tips and tricks on Google. Why should I buy from you? Again, and this is all about you learning how to highlight how it looks like to be in your world. Why you are a person who actually they are going to enjoy working with. You know, it's not only that. And what one of the main things that I have noticed about who I do, and it's like being unapologetic, and I'm going to be unapologetic saying this. One of the highlights of my clients working with me, it's that they literally become more courageous, they literally become more confident. Like, I make people change their lives and transform their current circumstances. I make people transform their inner selves, and I make people literally shift into a life full of life. Like, there is, when you come and work with me, you are gonna change, you are gonna transform, you are gonna see the world different, you are gonna be more brave, you're gonna be more courageous, because this is what I stand for, and this is, I said, unapologetically. You know, this is the reason why most of my clients are changing, are shifting, are moving, are like transitioning full-time, part-time, and moving into entrepreneurship full-time, and are traveling the world, are making big changes, because it's not only about the end result, which is, yes, getting money, getting clients. It's all about the transformation. So it's about highlighting the inner sales process. It's about highlighting the transformation, the experience that your people are going to have in your world, right? And the sixth point that I wanted to mention, again, customer satisfaction, but also convincing energy versus trust. People used to do a lot about handling objections in the past. People used to do a lot of handling objections, and in the past, now things have changed, and now it's not about, like, if you want to really, there are different business models, but if you really want to build something very meaningful and powerful, the way how I teach, the way how I believe, the way how I stand for, is not about like convincing. I don't have to convince you to join to my programs right now. You know, I am already convinced that this is so good, and I want you to feel it. That is the right time. That is a really good thing that for you. The first step to transformation is you to taking a step, to taking the step to move and say like, okay, I want it. You don't need me to go into your DMs and try to convince you why I'm the right person. You can just slide in my DMs, share with me, hey, I'm curious, this is my situation, how we can work, and we talk. I don't have to convince you. You gotta be aware of the process. You gotta be aware, like, what is important right now is to create this relationship and this match, because it's not only about the match, is not only about you having the capacity to pay this pricing point and this premium point. No, it's about, are you a good fit for me, and I am a good fit for you. Let's work together. This is the real thing. So I'm very excited, because I know that many things are changed in the online world and in the online industry, and I'm pretty sure that this is gonna be something that is gonna help a lot. So I'm just excited. Share in the comments, please. What have been your takeaways? What have been your insights? And I hope you have learned a lot. What is changing? What is a new approach of sales and marketing and content? And yeah, and apply it. Overall, apply all the things that we were talking here. Have a beautiful rest of your day, night. Bye bye. And you can reach out to me, by the way. You can reach out to me if you have any question, if you are curious to work together, not to work out. Yeah, we're gonna start a new round of Disruptive Business Accelerator the next month. So be ready because something great is coming. Have a beautiful day. Bye bye.